Calgary Stampede went into toward paddock and up towards it.
Well, hello everybody, it's Suffolk Andy here at Belstead, looking at Belstead Church. You can't get into it, it's a redundant church now, when they're still burying people because there's a new grave there. But just look at the security notice. Following the theft of lead from the church, all roofs are now felted. No money, valuables are kept in the church. The church is locked, protected and alarmed. What a state we come to, eh? And this is just outside Ipswich. I'm only about a mile and a half outside Ipswich. I'd love to go into that old church, but I can't because of bloody vandals. Anyway, something slightly different today. As you know, my daughter, young Amy, she helps me with all the replies, and she's my little typist and everything else. And she said to me the other day, she said, do you know, I seem to like, I know some of these people now who keep replying to your vlogs and everything else. She said, can I ask them some questions? And I said, of course you can. So I said, what we do a little section where you, you know, say once a month, ask the questions to my subscribers. And she came up with this big list of questions. I said, hang on a minute, Amy. So we don't need quite that many. I said, but we'll do 5 just at the start of this vlog. So she's written down for me. And here are your first 5, if I can get the bloody things out with these freaking great gloves on. So here's the first question from young Amy. She said, what type of music do you listen to? Number 2. What's the most embarrassing thing you've ever done? Number 3. Do you have a nickname that isn't your channel name? Good question, that one. Number 4. Do you have hobbies that don't include motorbikes? Another good question. And the 5th one was, what was the first vlog by Suffolk Andy you ever watched? There you go. I don't expect you to answer them all, but if you can answer 1 or 2, be nice for her. And maybe in a month's time or something we'll do another one, you know, another little questions to you boys and girls. I think I'll risk it for a Swisket. Yeah, hectic couple of weeks. This is the first time, like I said, I've been on a bike in 2 weeks. A lot of family problems, my 2 boys with their relationships and whatever I had to sort out. My youngest son Ashley said to me, Dad, and I thought it was one of the nicest things he'd ever said to me. He said, Dad, you're the wisest man I've ever known. And I thought, that was bloody lovely, you know, for him to say that to me. And I was really, really chuffed. But they always say, don't they, that advice is people's failings in their own lives, and the solutions they found for it is their advice. So they say. My son Aaron, he's what, 26 I think, or 27. He's a man. My youngest is 22 or 23, I don't know. Time flies so bloody quick. He's a man. You know, Amy, my daughter, you know, 17, and she tells me everything. She just whatever she tells me. And once or twice in the past she's bloody embarrassed me, you know, some of the womanly things she comes out with, and I'm like, oh bloody hell, I didn't want to know that. You know, but she did. So it shows that I've got a good relationship with my children, and I think that's important, you know, very important. Children are your future. They're your assets. They're your jewels. They're the things that should be important to you, and mine certainly are. And you got to remember as well, in the future, if you're nasty to them, they're going to put you in a home. They're going to pick a fucking horrible one, aren't they? You're going to land up in a shitty, horrible bloody home. Oh God, these roads are so bad. Yeah, so that's my take on children. Oh, I don't know. Oh, a horse looked like you ought to be on tranquilizers. Oh, it's a donkey, is it? Or was it a horse? Whoa, thing. Stuck out there. Another one there. Whoa! The hell was that? Some bird or something just went right under my wheel. Oh, great. Isn't that one? Look, they're everywhere. Yeah, so I was looking back over my channel over the last sort of couple of years, you know, and looking how things have changed a bit or whatever, you know. And I think when I first started I was a bit more funnier than I am now, you know. I used to say more daft things and funnier things. I think I got a little bit more serious, if you can call it serious. But trust me, I'll still spin a yarn when I can, you know. If I can really get a good old yarn out there, I will. That's the way I am, you know. I think that's the way you got to be. I think you've got to take all this light-heartedly and don't take it too serious, you know. It's all just down to fun. Just fun riding your bike, having a chat with your mates, you know, saying what you like, really. I'm now actually making my way out to Raiden Airfield, which used to be a American base in the Second World War. It wasn't a bomber base. I don't think it was bombers. I think actually it was fighters and Mustangs and that sort of stuff. Ah, hang on, I might be seeing something. No, it's manure. Oh, it's manure. I thought for a minute it was a pile of the Suffolk Bumnuts. Yeah, we have a fruit out here called the Suffolk Bumnut. I've been looking for it because it's very, very rare, and I've been looking for it for the last couple of 3 weeks. They harvest them at this time, or just a bit earlier than this, but I haven't seen any. They don't hang around long because they're taken away because they're so rare. The Suffolk Bumnut. Yeah, they use it. You know, when you have your sweeteners and stuff like that, they grind them down and make them into powder, and they put them in your sweeteners. That's what makes your sweeteners nice and sweety. They put them into things to make your food last longer, you know, like a preservative. Yeah, not a lot of people know about it. It's only grown in Suffolk. You can't grow it anywhere else in the world. It have to have this wet, horrible, damp, horrible, nasty climate that we have here, you know. So yeah, if you look it up on the internet, you'll see it. The Suffolk Bumnut. Very interesting. If I ever, you know, see a pile, I'll stop and pick one up and show you. You know, they're quite big. They're as big as your hand or bigger, and they're very valuable. So anyway, we're getting a little bit closer now to the Aerodrome. Right, here we are at the memorial. I'll just pull up here. There you go. Let the neutral. Right, as you can see, straight down there is the runway, or part of the runway. That's where the planes used to take off. This is the memorial. A couple of old propellers here, a little bit bent, so they must have come off crashed planes when they came back, or crashed on takeoff. Poppies for Remembrance Day. Private, no public right away. Okay, I suppose they're worried that somebody's going to do a drag race or something down there. But if you look over there where all them vans are, you'll see the big old hangar. That's where they kept the aeroplanes. And over there, and over there. So it's a vast area. The runways run all over there. All over there. It's quite a big old place. Not a lot left now. Let's say still some more missing huts over there where they used to sleep and whatever and live. But that is the old World War II aerodrome here. If any of my American friends had dads or granddads over here, you have to check up to see if they're ever at Raiden. So yeah, it was fighter planes here. It might be why this runway is not so wide. Because I think if that was bombers, I don't think that would be wide enough. I think it had to be a lot wider. But I think for fighter planes, this was probably enough width to woof off down there and take off. Must have been a wonderful sight. And the sun is coming out. Great, isn't it? Must have been a wonderful place. Oh, What they used to say, the Brits, about the Americans? There was a saying, wasn't they? Let me get this right, if I can get this right. Overpaid, oversexed, and over here. I think that was an old saying from the Brits in the war. I think that's because the old American boys are a bit more flash than us lot. They were the ones who seemed to be able to get the nylons for the girls. I don't know. Good. Anyway, I think that's enough from me. If you can answer them questions from, or one or two of them from little Amy, thank you very much. All ride safe. Love each other. Suffolk Andy.